Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Excuse me. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right in my living room where I do what I do for you. Today I got a good lesson for you. Let's get this party started. Right, as 25 rules led by storytelling. Story with a message. The message is a story for life. Another life lesson. Tuning in. I'm going to keep giving it to you. Let's do it. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. That's what I try to do every show. That's why I read it before. Hold me accountable to do what I say I do. Hopefully you're getting it, and I do it for you. Now the question. This is on you. Know thyself. I'm gonna help you out. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Don't be them. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. Tune in. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. Y'all are good students. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can wake them up. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. I have knowledge of self that will wake you up to yourself. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my out be true. You got to keep the balance in your life. And we all know duality means there's an equal opposites in life. The law. All right, right thinkers. Let's talk about the Christ. Yeah, I said the Christ. In you is Heru too. Now, I'm going to bridge that gap so you don't think that I'm anti or I'm against. I'm going to show you how this thing work out for me and you. All you got to do is do what you do. I'm going to help you out. Let's go. Christians, Christ is the title that all those who know themselves as a Christian will get. You become Christ-like. You live a good Christian life, you become Christ-like. You need to know the myth of Christ to become Christ-like. Why? You learn the myth, stage one. You practice the ritual, which is understanding the myth and live it, phase two. That's the phase that most Christians stop at. I was a master mason. I know a lot of guys stopped at lesson two. Why? For whatever reason it was, they didn't finish, they didn't complete, but they still run around professing to be a mason. Yeah, just a mason, not a master. So a lot of you Christians are Christian-like. You just profess to be a Christian because you didn't get the third level, which is mastering or enlightening yourself with the myth, the story. Become Christ-like. Do the thing Christ did. That's what makes a good Christian Christ-like. There is not just one Christ, aka awakening ones, enlightened beings. We all can be if you study, learn, and practice. I practice every day. When you live right, aka my right thinking philosophy, you're being Christ-like. I don't need to follow that. I have an understanding from the ancient Egyptian concept, which is pretty much the same thing. Christ, aka Christos, from the Greeks, so they know about that. Watch this. For the anointed one becoming God conscious. I'm not going to jump up and down at the food, but yeah, I get a little excited. I can fellowship with Christians. I can fellowship with Muslims. I can fellowship with Jews. Why? It don't make a difference what you call yourself. If we worshiping God, we on the same team. That's why. Ancients called the Son of God, which was Asar, Heru, the hero in you, the spirit, the conqueror who come back to defeat his father. His one goal was to defeat what killed his father, which is the ego, which they called him Set. We gave him identity so you can understand, learn, and philosophically get the point. It's a metaphor for you conquering your ego. The spirit in you is from your father. You're the widow's son. These are lessons. Again, ancients called the son of God Asar, Heru, the hero in you. You are your savior. Next one is, hope you're getting this lesson because there's something in here. If you're paying attention to psychomythologies at its best, I'm giving you messages, I'm giving you information. All you gotta do is pay attention. Watch this. Heru, the highest spiritual level, aka Nihas, from the ancient concept. Knowing thyself, you reach Horus Hood, again, Christ Hood. All these titles means you found yourself. You know you and God are one. I tell you every day, everything's on the one. Heru is also known, watch this, Masons, as who? The widow's son. Meaning your father's dead. Okay? Hence the spirit inside man. His father, first spirit in man, he's his only begotten son. Get where we going with this? Sound familiar? It should, but I'm just saying, I'm just joining them together. I ain't comparing them, putting together to show you how if you're an ancient Egyptian right thinker and you're a Christian, y'all ain't at war. Y'all ain't at odds. Y'all doing the same thing. Living right, doing right, treating each other with respect and worshiping God, giving the glory. You just call it Christ. I ain't got a problem with that at all. Heru was trained by his mother to do what? Avenge his father's killer, which is who? His uncle, the ego, Set. Y'all like to call him the devil? Again, I ain't got a problem with that. But you need to understand, that's you. He ain't nobody. You create him. Heru is who we want to be like. Savior, who saves what? Himself. The world, you are the world. If you wake up and realize who you are, you saving your world. Save yourself. He's not coming back to save you. You got to find him within you and save yourself. Heru is you after what? Mastering your God and Goddess aspects from the tree of life, like I'm teaching you in right thinking philosophy. That's how you do it. You work your way from top down to the tree of life. You learn the elements, you learn the creation story. I break all that down for you. You get psychomythology understanding. Now you can follow the concept. Hopefully. All right, here you go. Heru, after defeating his father's killer, which is his uncle, Set, reigns as king of Egypt after an 80-year fight with his uncle. And I'll tell you that part, another part of the story. It went on a long time, okay? They couldn't decide who was going to run another story, but that's neither here nor there. But the idea is the Christ in you is Heru. The Heru is Christ. However you want to slice it, don't make a difference to me. Christ is the God in you, a.k.a. What's this? I'm in the hidden spirit. They knew that a long time ago. You can call it Christ. It don't make a difference. That don't stop who it is. Just because you call it by another name, don't change nothing. Christians believe Christ is God in the flesh. Fine. True for all humans. If you have a spirit in you, spirit is of God. So what that make you? I'm just saying. The Christ in anyone, watch this, who knows themselves as God to be, know themselves and God as one, you anointed, you're woke, you know yourself. I don't profess a religion to do that. I profess good deeds, living, doing, and being right. That's how I got it. I can't vouch for something else that I didn't do. I can only tell you what I did. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not a Christian in belief. I am a Christian in spirit and fellowship. See? My devotion to God falls in line with any group of people or any religious group of people professing God. So I have no harm, no disrespect for no group. Okay? I can mix with anybody. Why? If you're worshiping God, we're on the same team. That's why. Again, when you reach the third level in religious concepts, that's the mystical experience. That's you recognizing God for yourself. That's how it's done. That's what the Gnostics did. That's what the Essenes did. That's what the Hindus did. That's what every religious group of people is to get you to God, to recognize God, bring you to your essence of yourself, who you are spiritually. But you have to have knowledge to do that. Belief ain't going to get it done. I had my Christ moment, aka spiritual awakening, back in 2015. So I've been awake for a while now. Okay? My job is to wake up as many people as I can. From that point on, that's what I've been doing. That's when right thinking was born. I'm 7 years in, and I'm still doing what I do for you. Let's go. All right. When you know the Christ in you, guess what? You know God, aka yourself. Copy that. All right, here you go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoy this lesson. Know thyself is saying learn about God. I call it spiritual knowledge. Gain spiritual knowledge to know yourself through the guidance that has already been set forth. The template been laid out. Learn about your aspects of your personality, master them, and you will find God. I use my right thinking philosophy to get God's attention. I wasn't praying and boo. No, I was just living, doing, studying, and living what I was learning. That's all I did. He came to me. I wasn't looking for him. I was looking for truth. So I guess I was looking for him indirectly. So I did what I needed to do, and he let me know. Let me show you the rest of the way. I've been rolling with him ever since. I am Christ-like. Why? I live God conscious. I'm God motivated. I'm God conscious. I'm God all the time. I'm just not annoying with it to make people say it's crazy. No, I think, do, be, and act on a level of spiritual discipline. That's being God conscious. That's holding myself accountable to another level. Okay, the spiritual level, which is where God dwells. All right. Last one. Know thyself is to be Heru, aka Christ too. That's right thinking philosophy. That's my goal, is to get you. You can call it Christ, you can call it Heru. Don't make a difference. You call it, but I need to get you there. My goal is to get you there by any means necessary, as my boy Malcolm would tell you. Gaining knowledge of self by any means necessary is a must for us as a people. We need to do that. Now, last one. I call him Heru with my understanding, and it got me to God. I wasn't calling Christ. I didn't call Jesus. That's what I'm saying. So don't tell me, well, you ain't doing it. It's more than one way. I used another way. If you got there, we there. I ain't asking how you got here. Don't care. If you got here, I know what you had to do to get here. So respect. You call him Jesus Christ or Jesus the Christ, the anointed one. Same thing. Again, don't care what you call him. But what he did to get called that, he put work in. Okay? He was taught. He was educated. He was enlightened. He wasn't born with it. He had to get it. He had to acquire it. I studied the Christ mythology, Bible. Yeah, it's a good story. I just don't subscribe to it. I know it. I understand it. It just ain't with my cup of tea. That's all. I studied again the Sarian myth story, same thing, and it moved me, so I followed that. And guess what? That got me where I wanted to go. So why would I say, well, no, I'm gonna try to? Nope. I tried the one I choose, and it worked for me. Simple as that. If you choose Christ to work for you, knock yourself out. That's right thinking. When you do what works for you, that's right thinking. Last one. I know myself through what? Right thinking philosophy. You can too if you want to. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I'll help you out. I'll be back. Appreciate you.